If villains have taught us anything, it's that a smile can be deadly, and no one has made that message more clear than the Joker. So let's dive even deeper into the clown prince of crime with the top 10 shocking facts about the Joker. Number 10. The Joker once had a sidekick called GAGGY, who first appeared in Batman number 186 in 1966. GAGGY was a little person, and was the butt of what are now deemed to be extremely politically incorrect panels of abuse towards him. GAGGY vanished for quite a while, but returned to be jealous of Harley Quinn taking his place as number 1 henchman. However, he faded away once more. He still makes cameo animated appearances and will probably pop up someday again briefly, but it's doubtful we'll see a full-on return of GAGGY. More history at number 9. The Joker was meant to be killed off after his first appearance, which was in Batman number 1 in 1940. According to some sources, Bob Kane wanted the character killed off, but the editor Whitney Ellsworth felt he had potential and should live. This account would later contradict what Kane had to say about his involvement with the Joker's creation. The Joker proceeded to be so popular he appeared in 9 out of the 12 first Batman issues. Number 8. Like many fictional characters, the Joker's sexuality is a topic of some debate. This is something people really want to know, for some reason, especially when it pertains to Harley and Batman. There is almost every interpretation under the sun: asexual, demisexual, pansexual, Batsexual, which is my favorite, though it isn't really accurate because then it should be to all bats, not just Batman. However, this again is not confirmed. In some stories he has an obvious attachment to Batman that borders on romantic and erotic, but it is also so psychotic it could hardly be defined as such. And in some early stories during the Dini era, it was stated that he did indeed love Harley, but those feelings were threatening to him and distracted from his quest to take down Batman. So basically, the interpretation is up to you. And, well, the authors. And that's not the only aspect of the character people are unclear on. More on that at number 7. The Joker's origin is shrouded in mystery, and that is very deliberate. After his creation, Jerry Robinson stated that he felt the mystery was part of the character's appeal, and aided in his dichotomy against Batman, who has a very clear and defined origin. His parents are dead.
Oh my god, are you crying?
No, it's just raining.
However, despite this, the Joker has several origins, although none of them are really canon. The most common and accepted one is him falling into a vat of acid after an encounter with Batman, usually in the guise of the criminal Red Hood, which is actually not a story of Alan Moore's own devising. He merely fleshed it out for the Killing Joke. The first rendition appears in 1951 in the story called The Man Behind the Red Hood. It is also accepted by many that the Joker's actual name is Jack, though again none of this is canon. Batman has stated that the Joker uses whatever works for his backstory at the time, and he has lied to gain sympathy from others. However, it's equally likely even he himself no longer knows. Do you think knowing or not knowing enhances the character? I like the mystery. It allows for more interpretations, but let me know what you think down below. Speaking of interpretations brings us to number 6. The Joker has been around since the 1940s, which means his personality has shifted throughout the years, particularly in the 50s and 60s when censorship led to him being largely a harmless jokester and prankster. But the Bronze Age of the 70s brought an end to that, turning him back into a psychopathic killer, which has pretty much been his depiction ever since. However, some writers feel they need to explain this dichotomy by giving him either multiple personalities or having him reinvent himself every day. However, most just accept that he's the Joker. No more explanation required. Number 5. During the 90s, it was briefly revealed that the Joker had a son, Anarchy. This was revealed in the final issue of the comic Anarchy Volume 2, number 8 in 1999. The artist, Norm Breyfogle, felt this reveal would add great internal conflict to the title character, and the writer Alan Grant saw it as a way to get the character into the Batman franchise permanently. Just one problem. People hated it, even internally at DC. In fact, it was only allowed to be written if it could eventually be undone. In a 2007 interview, Grant stated, "Denny only let me write that story under protest. He was totally opposed to Joker being Anarchy's father, and said under no circumstances would DC allow that. I talked him into letting me write the script anyway, by saying the story would create a lot of interest and then maybe in 6 months' time I would write the rebuttal." Which proves that Anarchy wasn't the Joker's son, and Denny said okay, but of course the monthly title got cancelled long before that point. So is he technically still his son then? It's not exactly a piece of canon anyone is struggling to reclaim. The idea of the Joker with children that he acknowledges is just Odd. But that isn't the only time the Joker is thought to have procreated at number 4. So the Joker had a daughter at one point. Well, sort of. Duella Dent was introduced in Batman Family number 6 in 1966 as the Joker's daughter. But this turned out to be a false claim. She would go on to claim to be the daughter of Catwoman, the Riddler, Scarecrow, the Penguin, Two-Face, and many more. The one that stuck the longest was Two-Face, since he was the only married villain at the time. And hey, it was back in the day. Some people couldn't conceive how you could have children if you weren't married. What a mystery. As one of her aliases was Harlequin, some consider her to be a precursor to the much more popular henchwench Harley Quinn. Number 3. There is an ongoing debate as to whether the Joker knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne. And most indicators seem to point to yes, but that he just doesn't care. How much this is explored depends on the author. It was strongly hinted at during Death of the Family and has been throughout the past, such as during Batman Cacophony, and there have been many other instances. The school of thought seems to be that the Joker views Bruce Wayne as a mask Batman wears and is only interested in taking on those who affect the amount of time he can spend with his Dark Knight, which would explain why out of all the sidekicks, he hates Dick Grayson the most. Number 2. When people think of those who have broken Batman, they usually think of Bane.
Now taste fear, you... Wait, what? Oh god! Oh, my back just snapped like a pack of uncooked spaghetti!
However, Batman has been broken before many times, and one key time was psychologically by the Joker, specifically in the storyline Emperor Joker. In this storyline, the Joker is granted the powers of Mr. Mxyzptlk, and he uses these powers to create an insane universe ruled by his own lack of logic. In this world, Batman is killed every day, and by the story's conclusion, his mind is completely shattered. In fact, the only way he regains his sanity is by Clark Kent, aka Superman, taking on his memories of the events. Aw, that's sweet. Super Bat for life. So that leaves us with our number 1. Get ready, it's about to get complicated. The Joker's creation, like many around this time period, is shrouded in arguments and various tales of who deserves credit for what. Officially, he has 3 creators: Bob Kane, Bill Finger, and Jerry Robinson. However, they all have different versions as to who sparked the creation and contributed the most. Robinson claims it was his sketch of a Joker playing card that prompted the idea, and that he had wanted to create an arch nemesis for Batman who was entirely his opposite, and that Finger, after seeing his sketch, was then inspired to pull up a picture of Conrad Veidt as Gwynplaine from The Man Who Laughs to bolster it, and then the idea was built upon from there. Finger claimed that he brought forward the image of Veidt first, to which Robinson drew up the sketch, and the two then fleshed out the idea, while Kane claims that him and Bill Finger created the character, downplaying Robinson's involvement to presenting him with a Joker playing card. So what really happened? Well, Robinson credits all 3 of them, and Kane doesn't have the best track record with giving people proper credit. But honestly, just like many of the Stan Lee, Steve Ditko arguments, it will probably always be hazy. However he came about, he truly is one of the best comic book characters ever conceived, so we can be glad of that at least. So those were the top 10 shocking Joker facts. Are you stunned? Will you recover? Do you need more facts? Well, if you do, you know where to let us know. I'm Sasha Wood, and you can find me here or on Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy. Keep on leaving us suggestions for even more nerdy lists, and we look forward to seeing you soon here on Top 10 Nerd. See you guys.